Domestic and international terrorism has become a global concern due to the possession and manufacture of guns and other weapons of mass destruction. All states have established efforts towards the alleviation or reduction of terror cases through effective regulation and monitoring of security systems within their populations. In this view, gun control is significant in the fight against domestic, regional, and international terror. Gun control involves the establishment of effective laws for the regulation and monitoring of possession and use of guns, including the manufacturing industries and gun dealers. In the United States, gun laws have been established and enshrined in the Constitution to improve the regulation of firearm manufacture, sale, possession, and usage. There are huge concerns over the rise of terrorism and gun violence in neighborhoods, which is a sound reason for gun control, especially conducting background checks in every gun purchase case. Gun control is a national effort that should be embraced by all state and local authorities due to the increased vulnerability of citizens and visitors. Radicalization rates have increased around the globe, which has led to increased radical attacks carried out by individuals and groups. Advancement in science and technology has enhanced the security systems due to the presence of effective monitoring systems. National continues to suffer the adverse impacts of terrors that lead to the loss of lives and injuries. On the other hand, technology also enhances information sharing and may act as a communication platform for terrorist groups. Therefore, there's a need for vigilance in gun manufacturing, purchase, and use. The presence of national information systems enhances information sharing among state and local authorities for the improvement of security, and thus, the presence of gun laws ensures accountability. The bullets and guns used during terror activities can be easily traced through ballistic assessment, thereby promoting safe acquirement and the use of guns. In the recent past, mass shootings have been reported, and this demonstrates the laxity of legal frameworks in gun control. Gun control places the responsibility of ethical and legal gun manufacture, sale, possession, transfer, and usage on the population through policies that dictate the nature of these transactions. In the U.S., the rise of mass shootings have sparked national debate on gun control due to the presence of loopholes in the current gun regulations as enshrined in the Constitution. Consequently, there are significant risks of gun violence in each state due to the ease of access of firearms for criminals and terror groups. Industrialization in every sector of the economy has led to increased demand for firearms, thereby posing challenges to security systems. Effective gun control ensures that gun dealers and holders are monitored and firearms are only accessible to legal purchasers. Each state has diverse gun control policies, though the presence of the federal legal framework provides the ground of the establishment of effective regulations and policies for enhanced security. The mentally ill, criminal, illegal immigrants, dishonorably charged veterans, and law enforcement agents, drug addicts, and persons with permanent restraining disorders should not be allowed to access guns. If all states can establish effective procedures for background checks during gun purchases, cases of illegal access to firearms can be significantly reduced. On the other hand, the presence of gun control laws improves the efficiency of law enforcement agents and their law mandate or maintaining law and order that is critical in securing the population. Gun control serves as a security measure in the fight against the diverse forms of terrorism and other socioeconomic challenges arising from the presence of guns within communities such as intimidation, harassment, or discrimination. The U.S. federal laws require licensed firearm dealers to perform credible background checks of their potential customers for identification of any prohibitions from the possession of firearms through the Federal Bureau of Investigations, or FBI, database. Federal gun control regulations also ensure the maintenance of integrity and ethical practice by the gun dealers. For instance, the Second Amendment provides the right of every American citizen to purchase, own, or use a firearm. Despite the existence of federal laws on gun control, the United States has continued to be a victim of domestic terror in the form of mass shootings, and hence there is a need for amendment of the current regulations. This will ensure that the existing loopholes within these policies are sealed, such as the poor listing of criminal cases and the lack of specific legal provisions for the prohibited groups by the federal courts. The population plays a major role in the maintenance of security through social interactions and collaboration with law enforcement agencies, and hence, this should be included as vital stakeholders in security policing. Most perpetrators of mass shootings are found to have social and mental issues, which can easily be detected through procedural gun ownership and usage laws. Despite the challenges brought by loopholes in gun control regulations, the presence of these laws has significantly reduced domestic and foreign terrorism. There is a need for the reestablishment of effective permanent federal laws to ban the sale and possession of assault rifles and bullet magazines to reduce or eliminate mass shootings. Despite the presence of gun controls in the states, there is no need for enforceable federal laws on assault rifles and other weapons of mass destruction to harmonize gun control across the entire nation. Each state must enforce the requirement of a firearm possession permit, and both the state and federal law enforcement agents must establish accurate and efficient up-to-date databases of gun holders and prohibited gun holders. This will ensure that innocent citizens are protected from terrorism.
Yay.